So with that exchange that just took place, right? Here's a tough thing that you're going to have to do in order for this to move in the direction you want it to. At some point, you guys got to forgive each other for that, because you won't move forward. I understand the frustration of not being where you want to be in the amount of time that it has been. Believe me when I say I get that. I get that 1,000%. But here's what happens, and it has happened to me. Dwelling on that keeps you from moving. Believe me, I know that too, because I've been there. I've been in a space where, okay, I'm not where I should be at this particular time for a lot of reasons. And then dwelling on that keeps me from actually making moves to actually get where I'm trying to go. So if you're really trying to get to a point where you guys are showing a consistent level of commitment towards each other, you're being acknowledged, you're being trusted, you're feeling loved, the needs are being met, that's going to move you to the place where you want to be as it relates to being married, right? But we can't keep going back to the fact that it's not happening. We have to spend more energy making it happen than talking about the fact that it has not been happening. So here's what needs to happen, guys. First of all, I'm not asking you to be emotionally gung-ho about this. And I know that sounds counterintuitive, but I'm going to tell you why. As human beings, we get excited about stuff and we attempt to move off of that emotion. That's not what I'm asking you to do here. What I'm asking you to do is actually do the work. The excitement and emotion is going to come when you see the consistent results of consistent behavior. So with that being said, I understand. Listen, 6 years, you put in a lot. You don't feel like you are where you should be for what you put in. Don't have a lot to show for it. Tell me 3 things that you can do consistently that would make you feel loved. So here's what I want you to do. Think about it. And I don't want to wait till the next time because there's a pretty significant gap between now and when we meet again. I want you to think about it and email it to me. 3 things that you can do starting whenever you think about it. So if you think about it tomorrow and you email me, or if you think about it in 5 days and email me, 3 things that you can do that will help you feel loved. And here's what I'm trying to get to, guys. This is what I'm pushing for. I'm not pushing to, and I know how this is going to sound, but I know what I'm doing when I say this. I'm not pushing you guys to begin to conjure up the emotions that align with a successful relationship, because that's how we often get where we are, right? We see somebody, we like how they look, they're sexy, those emotions, those things well up in us based on how they look. Or, we saw them, we had a great conversation, we kissed, we did this, whatever happened. Some people, they jump into bed, they had sex, and all of those emotions are the things that we build our relationship on. All of that stuff is soft foundation. Because over time, when it dissolves, now you have nothing to stand on. So that's not where I'm trying to get you guys to go back to. I'm trying to get you guys to build some concrete foundation, which means some actions have to change. Some things have to happen consistently. Some things have to be talked about like I'm talking about work here. I'm not talking about emotion. You will see that as you begin to build, the appropriate emotions that align with where you are in the building process will organically come. That's why I keep asking you these questions. What does this look like? What do you need in order for this to take place? What do you need to see? What do you need to hear? What needs to happen in order for this need to be met? I'm going to keep pushing you on that because you don't get anywhere without building that foundation. Because what you'll be doing is conjuring up emotions. Then when those emotions run out and there's nothing to undergird those emotions, you're going to be right back where you are right now. And we're not doing it. At least you're not doing that with me. I'm not going to allow that. Now, if you choose that, then I can't fight you on it. But I'm not going to allow that. So what do you need? This is a concrete assignment. 2 things I want from both of you. 3 things you need from either that he needs to do. I'm talking about concrete stuff. He needs to do, he needs to say, he needs to show, whatever it is. Give me 3 things that will make you feel loved if you were to consistently do these things. I need you to continue to unpack what you've been unpacking. You talked about acknowledgement today. You talked about trust. If there are any other needs that you think about in the next few days, that's fine. If there aren't, then continue to unpack trust and acknowledgement. And I want you to do the same thing. What are 3 things that can do, can say, can be, can show, concrete things that would allow you to consistently feel trusted and acknowledged? Because what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to do those things. We can't keep talking in concepts. We have to actually do something. You guys said you spent the day Sunday, you went for a walk, took time off work, and of course it was due to COVID, but whatever the reason is, took time off work. You guys spent some time on Sunday. That is an intentional activity. You will not build the relationship that you're looking for outside of these intentional and consistent things. But we got to know what they are. Right now, and I'm not discounting what you guys are saying to me. Right now, you share a lot of frustration with me, and I get it. But what does not come on the back end of that frustration is what are the concrete things that need to take place in order for this frustration to be removed. So don't get upset with me. I'm going to keep pushing you until we have some concrete things that we can be like, okay, that she needs you to say A, B, C, D, E, F, G 4 days a week. So I need you to say A, B, C, D, E, F, G 4 days a week. Or the flip side. He said he needs you to do G, F, W 3 days a week. So you need to do GFW 3 days a week. And I'm going to ask you, has this happened for the 3 days? If it didn't, why did it not happen? Do we need to go back to the drawing board? And maybe it's not GFW, maybe it's GGW. That is how you build a relationship, guys. And you're going to have to at some point say, okay, you know what? I know what happened in the past. We're building. So in order to build, if I'm trying to build something on this space that you see around me, I have to get rid of this stuff or at least move it. If there's some stuff in here I want to keep, I still will have to move it if I'm trying to build something completely new. So I get the frustration. I get it. I understand it. I do not minimize it by any means. But either we're going to dwell on that and talk about that every time we get together, or we're going to say, hey, this is what I don't like. Here's what I need so that I will like, so that we have some very concrete things to do so we can push each other, so we can hold each other accountable, so we can come back from week to week and be like, hey, this is what you were supposed to be doing 3 days a week. Did you do it? Yes. How did you feel about it? Felt great. Do it again next week. Or, no, I didn't. Why didn't you do it? What needs to be put in place so that you can do it? Because consistency and intentionality is going to build this thing. So those are your assignments. I expect to see an email from you between now and before this week is okay. And then we'll go from there. That's how we build. We build one brick at a time. We can't just talk about the bricks. We got to actually grab them and stack them up and see what we got. All right.